Down here in our diesel tank, in our keel, is the plywood tank that we've just made, that Gavin and I made. Have a look at this. So you can see how that fits in there. Now it looks like there's a bit of clearance. There's actually about ½ an inch of clearance because the whole side comes in like this. We did discuss making the tank with that curved edge to match the profile of the keel, but it would be massively more complicated. So it's straight edges, so we've lost a tiny bit of volume, but that's going to be made in stainless steel. So I've fitted it in there. It's very, very tight to get in and out. So I'm going to take it out now and go and meet up with the chap that's making the stainless version for us. Previously on Sailing Melody, we are Andy, Melissa, Jack and Ollie. 4 years ago, we bought a tiny boat which turned into a huge dream to give up land life, move onto a sailing yacht and sail full time, and maybe one day to sail all the way around the world. So with a tiny budget, we got a bigger boat and then an even bigger boat, which we spent 3 years rebuilding for the three of us. But then Ollie came along, so we needed an even bigger boat. And for the past year and a half, we've been working on Ocean Melody. And we've now achieved our dream of living aboard and have set off on our very, very slow adventure. In this week's episode, we head off from Penarth Marina back down the Bristol Channel to find a stunning and secluded Anchorage. But before that, we get some more progress on our custom keel tank and a tour of the incredible Cardiff barrage. So Jack and I are going to go up and meet David, who's making the stainless version. We've got the tank, the original baffle, so I can show David how the baffle went, and the tank fittings that my friend Ian made for us, which are the you know, the pickup and the spill back and all of those kind of shenanigans. And then I'm hoping David will be able to put a filler tube on the top that we can put our filler pipe that comes from our deck fitting. And the idea is, some people have asked us, why are you having two tanks? Well, this tank will be our main sort of diesel storage device, and then we'll run the boat off the 60-litre tank, and the plan is that we'll have a fuel polishing system between the two, because we're hoping to be travelling to some fairly remote countries eventually. Sometimes the diesel you get will come out of lovely pumps and it's all nicely refined and it's all clean, and other times, are you managing there, Jack? Yeah. Other times you might not get diesel it might have leaves floating in it and all sorts. We speak to a lot of liveaboards and cruisers who live in far-flung places of the world, and sometimes the diesel isn't kept in the right containers, or it's a bit dirty. So being able to filter it as you put it in through a set of filters and racors, and then run a polishing cycle to take out any impurities, water, leaves, sticks, whatever you might find. And also it means that, you know, when we run our day tank down, we can just press a button and fill the other one up. What I'm going to be after when we fit it is a seriously decent pump. Now the one that was on there was a Jabsco pump, and it was it's got to have the capacity to lift fuel from the bottom of this tank, which, as you can see, is quite deep. And I've looked, and they're about 350 pounds. So I'm looking for a second-hand one, or I'm looking for an alternative. But obviously, if there is no alternative, and that is genuinely the best one to buy, then I'll get the 350 quid one. But we'll cross that bridge when we get the other tank back from David. Dave, isn't it?
Dave, yeah.
Who's a steel man, a stainless guy, and he's going to make our tank for us. I cut the lip off because it wouldn't go through the hatch, and I'm not even joking. If this is 1 mil bigger, it won't go in the boat.
Which way?
Through the sliding hatch and the washboards.
Oh, you mean, so
yeah,
literally that's it.
Not the width, the length.
The length.
That from there to there,
right,
between vertically, we have to wiggle it in.
So I see this.
That's the shape of the tank, and it takes up the shape of the keel starts to come forward then into the saloon. The original tank, like I say, has got a bit of a curve in it like that, but don't worry about that. Just make it straight sides. Well, that's very nice. Lovely to meet Dave and Sarah. So hopefully in a few weeks' time he'll have made our new stainless tank to go in the keel. And we'll get a courier to drop it at whatever marina we happen to be in, perhaps down in Portland or something like that, when we get there. And we'll be able to fit our new tank. And as I say, at that point, I need to get a a pump capable of pulling the fuel up from the bottom of that tank to fill our main sort of running tank. Ollie is having a sleep, I believe, so we're going to go in very, very quietly, have a cup of tea, and then I've got lots more little jobs that I want to get done before we leave Penarth and head off down the Cornish coast.
This is why you have kids on a boat.
There we go.
Nice. Nice and clean and dry, yeah?
Yeah, dry.
Well done, Jack. Don't grow anymore, because you're the perfect size to fit in the diesel tank now.
Ollie.
Well, yeah, until Ollie's got to your size.
Well, why don't
Then
you
you can
just
grow.
you could just wrap him around in a bit of cloth and then put him down there.
Use him as a mop.
We are going up to meet Stuart, the general manager, who's going to give us a little show round of the marina, I think.
Yeah.
This is a rescue, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is sunk in Cardiff Bay.
So we're the sort of location of choice for boats that need to be sorted, because
Yeah.
we've got the whole team that can
course.
do it, and the dive team keep their boat here as well. So
Wow.
it's handy.
That's quite something, isn't it?
Yes, we've got all the old lock technology
Yeah.
from when the marina was a coastal marina.
Right.
So we were built in '87 before the barrage.
Right.
So our lock here
Yeah.
deal with a 14-metre tidal range.
Right.
But of course now they've built the barrage, so we don't have a tidal range.
Yeah.
But we've still got the old lock gates.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which act as a great bit of security
Wow,
for our
yeah.
customers. So we're totally enclosed.
Yeah.
We can control every boat in and out.
Yeah.
And that means we've also got staff on duty 24/7 to control the lock gates.
Yeah.
But they're here for all the rest of our
Which is
customers.
again, it's really good security, isn't it?
It is.
Knowing the
It's great.
24-hour.
Yes, and we've transferred. We were a coastal marina in a saline environment, a saltwater environment.
Yeah.
And now we're a freshwater marina inside a lake. So the whole ecology of the marina has changed since 2000.
So it's not even brackish in here. It's...
No, it is 100% fresh water. It's wrecked our boatyard business, because your boats don't need to be lifted out that often anymore. It's for a quick wash off.
Yeah.
But if you go to sea, then going out into the channel,
Yeah.
wash off all the freshwater slime off your hull.
Yeah.
You're not out there long enough to get any hard anti-fouling. So,
Yeah.
some of the boats might be sort of 4 or 5 years between lifting.
Between lifts, blimey, that's
Which
amazing, isn't it?
In 2000 they built the barrage. We're going to have a look at that.
Yes.
That's a really interesting structure. We've got quite a few people who winter here and then make the most of like the boat folk cruising pass in the summer.
Yes.
So you can winter in Penarth,
Go to the different marinas.
pay Penarth rates, not South Coast rates,
Yes.
and then
So many nights per year.
well you get 30 nights at each other boat folk marina.
Right.
So there's 5 on the
Gee.
South Coast.
30 nights at each of them.
Yeah, so if you're an annual berth holder, you
Wow.
get 30 nights as part of the cruising pass with great
Yeah.
offer for customers.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So we've got people who'll come in here, have their winter here, but then maybe go to the South Coast for the summer.
Yeah.
And we were also members of Trans-Europe Marina. So
Right.
that gives you discounted visitor berthing. And so you could by using that and your 30 days, you can have a summer cruise for 3 or 4 months if you want.
Yeah.
And then come back here for a safe winter.
Safe winter. That's
It works
fantastic.
really well. The barrage itself has got 3 locks that allows vessels in and out of the Cardiff Bay.
Yeah.
And that's operational 24/7. So they're 24/7
Yeah.
and we're 24/7 at the marina. So you've always got access. The other part of the barrage and this side of the barrage is where we control the water level.
Right.
So there's 5 sluice gates here
Yeah.
that will allow the river flows out and will also prevent the sea coming in.
Got you.
So the bay level stays relatively constant, and it means that everyone in the bay has got sort of constant water level.
Unbelievable.
And the bay is there for sailing.
Yeah.
It's a great bit of engineering.
And I'm guessing it makes you one of the most protected marinas.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when they built the marina in the first place, they knew what they were doing, because the prevailing winds are from the southwest, and we've got the escarpment behind the marina protects us from that weather.
So it's
And now
consistent and-
they've built houses round and we've got the dock walls.
Yeah.
So, and the water, there's no wave action in the marina, so it is really sheltered. You know, you get a few bits of wind now and again, but apart from that, it's nothing.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
And then the other part of the just at the end of the barrage here is the fish pass. So that allows migratory fish in and out of Cardiff Bay. Well, mainly they get flushed out through the sluice gates.
Yes.
But yeah, so you still get salmon coming back in, and they're all monitored, counted. We've got the two rivers that feed the barrage, and the Taff is the main river.
Yeah.
And then they've opened up all the weirs that were on the Taff. They've now got fish passes on them, so the fish can get all the way back up to like Merth or into their natural spawning grounds. They use the bay for events, so there's at the moment you've got the aqua park.
Yes.
Lots of different, we have water skiing, racing, and different harbour authority events in the bay. Different yacht clubs and associations come in for their regattas. Once you've got past the operational bit of the barrage, this bit of embankment is really just a leisure park. We've got a couple of different attractions, the sails, and there's a memorial to Captain Scott there, who set sails.
He was fascinated by that story.
Right. And the idea, one of the ideas of creating the bay was to create 13 kilometres of waterside developable land. A lot of this area prior to the barrage being built was like scrapyards, council tip, and 10 years later I'm pushing a pram around with my kids in the same area. It really has
so it's made
transformed the area. There's still all that lovely community feel, but it's just a lot sort of tidier.
What do you think of the barrage?
It's awesome.
Just to explain what you were saying about this cycle thing that you're doing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, well I think because there's so many cycle paths around here that are a bit hidden away, I'm going to run a little tour for my marina customers. We're just going to go out, nothing fancy, and we're going to go up the River Ely, across the top of Cardiff. Because if you look out into the background there, right the way up to the hills is flat cycling. It's really great for families. So we're gonna. It's not a mountain bike ride or a race.
He's going the extra mile, Stuart.
Exactly.
Anyway,
But taking the marina customer, the manager of the marina, taking the marina customers out for a cycle tour of the area. That's fantastic.
That's there's loads to see. People don't see it, And I know all the secret cafes and the pie shops. The marina was built inside the old Penarth docks. The docks built in 1865, and the workmanship on the stone is phenomenal because the walls are still in brilliant condition. I've got no problems at all with the walls. And the marina got 320 berths, a 5 gold anchor marina. I've got a European blue flag, Trans-Euro marinas. We've got everything that you really need as a marina. And we've got a lovely mixture of customers. We're quite an eclectic mix, and everyone's got an affinity with the water. And that's what binds us all together, really.
Absolutely, It's the love of the sea.
So we've got a 20-ton hoist here, which is big enough for most of our boats. But the bigger boats can get to Portishead, where they've got a 35-ton hoist.
Got it.
So we've only got a small boat yard.
Thank you very much, Stuart.
Oh, Andy, it's a pleasure.
To the office.
Yeah, we'll see you around.
And we've really enjoyed our stay here. We're going to be here another couple of days, and then we're heading off down the Cornish coast. But thanks to Stuart for showing us round, and thanks to Boat Folk for putting us up here. It's been absolutely incredible.
Very
lovely.
Putting up. While Andy's busy editing, I thought I'd decide to take one for the team and try and fix the heads that currently isn't pumping.
Pumping out, it's just not pumping in. So we're having to
say that again.
It's pumping out, but when you have to tip a bucket of water in there, it's not sucking water in to flush the toilet. So it's sort of half working. I think it's just a seals, just like
so. It broke on the way here. So while we've been here, obviously we've been using the
marina toilets in the marina.
Anyway, however, we're going back out tomorrow, so we need a working toilet. I mean, we could get, if I can't fix it,
and chuck it.
We could just bring seawater in and flush it with seawater rather than using our fresh water. But hopefully, I'll take it apart, clean it, put it back together, and it should work. So first things first is I'm going to fill the toilet. I'm going to fill the toilet with a load of fresh water and flush it through, which I've already done. what should happen now is that seawater should fill it up, and that's not happening. Right, so I've got, that's the seawater in hose, wherever it is, that one, got that one disconnected. I've not done this before, so it is definitely good to learn about the loo. I have got the waste pipe off, and I'm just going to take the pump apart. I think it might actually be the duct valve in the waste pipe that I've just taken out. It was all calcified. For now, I'm just going to take it all apart, put it back together, and hope that that does the job. So I think I've found the culprit. The flappy bit that creates suction had a broken screw in it, which might have stopped it flapping. I'm going to take it all apart and clean it and not service it because I haven't got a service kit. Don't lose that, don't lose that. Yeah, so that flange had a screw in it. Oh, chose the warmest day so far to do this. I've been given this other pump. So this is the handle for the pumping bit that was on the toilet. And I've just cleaned that all up. But we've been given this other one. And it says it definitely is a TMC 999. And I'm just going to decide which one to use. It's got some discoloration, this one, but it might be in better shape. Right, moment of truth. I'm going to put the seacocks, open the seacocks and see if it works. No, it's not working and water's coming out. No! Why is it not working? Andy says I need to be patient, put some water in and prime it. And then hope. But there is definitely water coming out, so I need to find out where that's coming out. It works. So, and it's also, looks like less carnage in here. So, toilet. Fills with water. And then empties. That was a grim job, but I'm pleased that I did it because now I know how the toilet works, how it goes together, and that's really essential. I want to know how everything goes back together. So I know Andy does lots of the jobs, but I want to know how to do them as well. If Andy's in a position that he can't do them, I can fix the boat as well when we're underway and things. So yeah, toilet together and working.
It is our last morning in Penarth. We have had a fantastic time here.
Yes.
It's so lovely. The people are so nice. There's such a lovely community of liverboards here. Real lovely community of people sort of coming and going, and different types of sailors. Staff are fantastic, really good. So we're just going up to the office to say bye-bye to everybody and cross the T's and dot the I's, so to speak. And then we're going to be heading out through the lock and through the barrage and off, I think, to Oxwitch Bay. We're meeting up with Andy and Liz, who are going to buddy boat with us down to Oxwitch Bay.
Yes.
We're off.
You've got the nice weather for it.
Yeah. So yeah, what do we need to do to go out of your lock? Just radio ahead on
Just give us a shout just before you leave your berth.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, just so then we can tell you whether there's anyone else moving around the marina or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll give you a note to come off your berth and we'll open the lockets for you.
Brilliant.
That's all we need to do. And we're on free flow today, so you'll be able to go straight through.
Amazing.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Right, see you later.
All right.
Thank you very, very much. Lovely to see you. Take care. Thanks so much for your hospitality.
Yeah.
We are once again in the barrage at Penarth. This is that huge, great big construction designed to keep water out of Cardiff Bay and keep it fresh water that side and salt water that side. This thing is massive. It's an incredible piece of engineering. So we're all tied up, as you can see. There's 1, 2 on this side and 3 on that side. Andy and Liz are over there, and they're going to equalise the level between the bay and the sea, and then off we go down towards Oxwitch Bay.
So that's us out of Penarth, and it's been a lovely week, but we're looking forward to our next destination.
Look at what's happening. The autopilot is steering the boat. We're hands-free. It's not actually having to do work very hard because it's very, very, very flat seas. But finally, we've got a working autopilot. Now, we bought the head unit, the brain, the fluxgate compass, the rudder position sensor, and I've kind of test fitted it. It's not like installed, it's just wired up so it sort of works, because I thought if this one doesn't work either, I don't want to start drilling holes in things to fix something that might not even work. But we're going to use it the next 2 or 3 days, and if it works perfectly, then I can start actually drilling holes and making stuff to fit the thing properly. Did something just fall over? Oh, it was pens. Yeah, Ollie's toys are falling out. So thank goodness for that. The steering is working, we're fine, we're good. So we don't have to hand steer everywhere anymore. Now we're just going round this corner here. You probably can't see that little outcrop here, and then we're going round the edge of Barry again. Remember where they filmed Gavin and Stacey? We're going round the edge of Barry and then heading off straight across kind of Swansea Bay towards Oxwitch Bay.
It's hot. It feels like hot, isn't it, Ollie? It feels like summer has arrived for today. It'll be gone tomorrow. We are still in the UK. I am making lunch. We got our gas hob stopped working. So the day before we left Penarth, we got an induction hob. But unfortunately, we haven't had time to. Don't coach the spices. We haven't had time to gimbal it yet, but it's flat calm today, so I'm making the most of charging the batteries and being able to cook some food on the hob. It will be higher. Yeah, it will be higher and it will be gimbaled, but it's got non-slip. It currently has non-slip on it, so it's not going anywhere, but obviously I've just got to be very careful until we've gimbaled it, which will be probably next week's job. There's not enough wind.
Well, this is very, very uneventful. Nothing to report. We're drifting. We're motor sailing because there's no wind. Like 4 knots of wind again, which is fine. Ollie's fast asleep in his car seat. Jack is sitting in the cockpit with Ollie. Melissa's washing on the foredeck, and we're just chilling out, drinking cups of tea. It's very nice, actually.
It's lacking. We may have said it quite a few times by now, but we're quite excited about that.
Don't know if you heard that. The autopilot is working, so finally it's taken the strain off. I'll get it properly installed now I know that it's working.
So we are in Oxwitch Bay on the South Welsh coast. So we've passed Swansea and we're on our way to Lundy Island, but we're stopping here. We've got our friends, it's very bright, I need my sunglasses. Friends just in front of us on that boat, if you can see. Oh, somewhere there. Andy and Lisa there. And there are lots of jellyfish.
Is there a bookshop here?
A bookshop? No.
But it's called Oxford.
No, it's not called Oxford, it's called Oxwitch. This boat here is very interesting next to us. Or behind us.
It's got 2 windows in the back, that's it. Well, 2 windows on both
It
sides.
looks like us on the back end and like a Cornish crabber on the front end. I don't know what it is.